I'm kind of nervous.
I don't want this banana.
It doesn't really seem like much has changed so far. Both Sophia and Olivia Villiani taking care to make sure they look good and feel ready. But because of COVID-19, there were just some additional information they had to know before stepping foot on school grounds.
Okay guys, it's important for you guys to know where you're going to be lining up in the morning, okay? So here's the school. Portables are over here.
Before I actually went to school, I was really nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how many rules there would be, how long it would take to get in the class because of all the social distancing. And I didn't know how we would do recess because how are we going to all social distance?
Adding to the uncertainty around rules, making sure they had all the provisions ready before heading out the door added to the pressure of their first day. Provisions including their masks, which they have to change at least once a day.
One thing that's kind of different, I sometimes had this, is hand sanitizer. We have to have our own because you have to put that on a lot. My teacher said tissues, so I brought my own tissues. Then some facial wipes. These aren't really needed, but I'm gonna use it so that I could wipe it to put my second mask on in the afternoon. Then I have hand lotion because of all of the hand sanitizing. Then I have 2 cloth masks for school.
Brisk morning.
Sophia and Olivia are pretty excited as they head to school, and for Sophia especially, choosing to go to school physically rather than online was something she felt was right for her.
I chose that because I feel like I like to be social, and I feel like I would have a little bit of a hard time just staying at home because I might not be able to see my friends as often. But I overall even just enjoy school in general, so usually. But I wanted to see my friends and do it in person because I want to experience it in that way instead of on a screen.
Now Dad walks them up to their drop-off location here at Guardian Angels Elementary School in Milton, feeling a bit nervous himself for his girls.
That was my biggest concern for them, that they were going into a situation where they were going to be super high strung and the environment was going to be very stressful, and they were going to develop a lot of anxiety.
Fast forward to the end of the school day, Sophia and Olivia come home, and Olivia talks a little bit about how some of the new protocols went.
So right when we got on the school campus, we put our masks on and we had to go upstairs to find our class. And there was a green square outside the class, and there was many that were 6 feet apart to line up before your teacher comes to greet you and put hand sanitizer on you. So after we got our hand sanitizer, we sat at our desk and we put our backpacks on our chairs so that we have room under our desk to put our feet. And once we did that, we just got to know each other, got to know the rules. And then we went outside, and it was weird outside because there's a bunch of big rectangles where that's the only place we're allowed to go. So let's say your friends were in a different class, you have to stay away from the line that's in between the 2 rectangles so you could social distance but still talk to them.
Although the girls understand the importance of these new measures, Sophia says it's going to change things, and for her, not necessarily for the better.
Usually I'm so used to just coming up to people, giving them a hug, talking to them. It was just, I'm sad about how we can't do a lot of the same things as before, and now you kind of got to worry about it, and also you got to think more about what other people feel like, and I don't know, it's just like comparing to what it was before, and I just feel kind of upset about that.
So for the time being, Sophia and Olivia are happy to be back at school. Both had said they will see how things go by Thanksgiving and decide then whether to continue with conventional in-person learning or switch to virtual. Reporting for Halton News, I'm Melissa Candelaria.